Okay, alright Ben, so I'd like you to follow signs to Northwood. Right, there's a sign coming up. So I'm assuming you missed. Yes, right. Second exit. Yeah, second exit. Oh. Yeah. So there was a sign at the top, which I'm assuming you just missed.
Yeah.
That's why I could tell the speed wasn't sort of. He was adapting his speed. Yeah. There's a white sign on the top on the left, just before the roundabout. Okay. Keep looking at the signs Northwood now. Okay. They usually, if it's like sort of main roads like this, it's usually white, back right, no, back right. There you go. Ruislip High Street now, one of the biggest high streets locally. Yeah. A few things to anticipate on this high street, like any other high street, is parked cars that might suddenly pull off, car doors might open, people might walk in between cars might suddenly stop in front of you to reverse parallel park into space. Delivery drivers, lots of people opening their car boots and stuff like that, as you can see. Zebra crossings and delivery vans. You can see a Tesco van there doing something. I'll definitely go slow down and maybe potentially go down to a better gear, just to sort of, because he might suddenly start, changing his ways in terms of how he wants to park. You can see him; he's still reversing. You hear he's reversing. Yeah. A lot of the high streets in and around Pinner Test Centre are one-lane high streets. Okay, so you don't have to think about going into the left lane or normal driving lane. It's all one lane, which is really good, positive. I don't know if you remember that or not. Yeah. Just keep looking out for signs to Northwood. I'll definitely take you on that one-way system that had an issue. Yep. Watch out for this guy. I'll definitely stop for him. Okay. What did you think? What did they do wrong? Can you tell me?
They didn't really.
Well, yeah, they didn't really take their time pulling out. They just indicated they sort of poked out their nose a heavy amount. I mean, we could have been travelling a bit faster, and that could have been a problem.
Is it this left or north?
No, it's always going to be genuinely after the sign. Yeah, let's think about being courteous to the silver car. Yeah, it's going to be the left after the sign, which is the roundabout in this case. All test area, all potential areas you might come down. There's a lot of the areas that you might be familiar with or might recognise, like for example, we're going to be going to the road that I've named Crazy Single, if you remember, the 50-mile-an-hour single carriageway. That's what we're going to be going down on to there, further down in a few minutes. Blue Bridge Road, left lane goes left only a couple occasions. Okay. If you're going down, if you pass the Trinity Church, the church place is Holy Trinity.
The left lane goes only left.
Yeah, in two occasions on that particular road, that direction. Right. I've had issues with students who've accidentally gone straight on from the left lane only. Which is
right, so just go left.
If you've not been able to recognise it in time, or you recognise it very late that you're in the left lane, go left. Yeah. They'll redirect you if need be.
The instinct's always not to do that though, for me at least.
Yeah. So stuff like that you just got to be conscious of, and if you know where they are, then it helps you avoid them situations basically. So we had a few obviously large roundabouts in the local area. The 4-exit roundabout, where some of the exit roundabouts you've got to physically slightly change over to the left side to exit, so we'll practice those. We'll do definitely the manoeuvres, so we'll try to go into the Morrisons, not too far away, towards Stanmore. Check out some of the roads of Cow Road. I don't know if you remember the road with the cows on it. 40-mile-an-hour dual carriageway. And just pretty much sort of touching the places that we've been before, and maybe try to touch the places that we haven't seen. to be honest with you. We've gone to places as much as I know.
Yeah.
Alright, so no longer follow signs to anything, just continue following the road straight on. There is a roundabout coming out.
Yep.
Ideally, the best gear to approach
Yep.
roundabouts is generally 2. It gives you that control and time that you need to make a decision to whether to go or not. And that's fine. And just keep it nice and steady. So, whether you recognise where you are at the moment is just about to become crazy single. Anytime there's a change of speed, you always want to check your mirrors, centre mirror, right mirror, and then pick up good speed, just to sort of update who's picking up speed, who's recognising what people might be potentially doing as they see the new change of speed limits. Really push your pedal, get yourself going. I wouldn't even go to 5, I'll just pick up speed. Unless it's able to pick up, that's it, fine. As long as you stay pushing that pedal, you'll be fine if you're in 5.
Right.
Don't let go of it, otherwise it will struggle.
Yeah.
There's a equestrian crossing coming up, and generally this green light will stay green unless they've sensed that there's somebody waiting on the left or someone's pressed the button. You can see the button for the horse riders right at the top on the left. Don't know if you saw that or not. But anyway, horse riders may also be on this particular path. The double solid white line on your side and the other side means no one's allowed to cross. Yeah.
If one side is dotted, that means that's
so you can cross now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
They can't. Yeah. Arrows are saying move back over if you guys are overtaken. Now there's a small section of now where you can't overtake.
Yeah, but they can.
Yeah, they can. So currently on the crazy single. That's the name that I've given it. It's actually called Ducks Hill Road.
Right.
And try to approach 30. Can you see that?
Oh,
so just a 30, yeah. So try, definitely. Just be alert, That's fine. Just be alert because it's there. It's just a bit of dirt covering it, so it's not as visible to see. Just bear that in mind. When you look back at the video, you see the sort of how far away you could have actually seen it from. Yeah. So I'll definitely try to upload it today. Please do remind me if I don't. I'll send you a link for it yet. That way I can upload it. I usually go to my sister's house. Her internet's much faster, so it's just easier for me. Also on a crazy single, there's a road that has a 12% downhill gradient. So again, it's either going down to a lower gear to deal with the downhill slope, along with braking, or
just the engine brake.
Yeah, or just brake, exactly. Yeah. So just decide what you want to do.
Yeah. This one you mean?
Yeah. So just gear 2, and then off the clutch, you give you that resistance on there, and just use that foot brake to help usher yourself down. Because as you go down, it's going to pick up speed. Also, there is potentially old folks' home somewhere around here. Yeah, you can see some signs for elderly people. It's an elderly folks' home around here. As we get down, there's going to be a traffic lights further down. When you get to the traffic lights, I want you to turn right. That's going to be the Blue Bridge Road that we're going to be turning into. And the way we'll know that we're going to turn into the Blue Bridge Road is because there's a church that says Holy Trinity. I don't know if some of these things ring a bell or not.
Yeah. You said right at the right?
And the traffic lights. Yeah. So it's going to be just after this bend. You're going to see signs saying you towards Pinner, Harrow, and Northwood. Rickmansworth towards the left. We're not going towards Rickmansworth. So we're turning right at the traffic light. Slow it down so you've got time to check your mirrors and move into the most adjacent lane, the adjacent lane, which is the appropriate lane to turn, and it's the only lane to turn. Alright, so whenever you're here, and if you are here, and this is the route and it's the direction that they're taking you, the road in front of you is called Rickmansworth Road, but we're going to call it Blue Bridge Road, and so therefore this is the direction in which the left lane becomes left only in 2 different occasions. We don't want to go left at all at any of those occasions, so I'd like you to take responsibility in finding where it is and doing it yourself.
Okay.
This there's ambiguity in the zebra crossing, then just be cautious.
Okay.
So you can see that was already the first occasion. It's quite simple, to be honest with you. It's just people just not.
If you're not paying attention.
If you're not paying attention, you could just go to the left. Sometimes people just look at the road ahead, which is the problem. And obviously with test nerves, it's unfortunate because things become a bit cloudy. Northwood Hills Golf Club, or Northwood Golf Club is coming up on the right. I've never seen a golf ball ever fly out in the middle of the road, so. Have you ever played golf?
Yeah, as a kid I played a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't really like it that much.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. I haven't played proper golf. I've played
Mini golf?
Mini golf. I've played a golf range, you know, like where you just whack it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To see how far you can go. Yeah. It's all about technique, really, to be honest with you. Yeah. You can whack it as hard as you like. It's always going to go the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah.
As much as I've learned, I still whack it hard.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go where I want it to go. I tried to watch a few YouTube clips. Like out of 100 swings, I probably get 2 right. It's quite difficult.
Yeah, definitely.
Right underneath the bridge is the second occasion where you can see why we call it Blue Bridge, a nice blue steel bridge. Alright, okay, so the next roundabout, I would like you to go right full thing. It is still some distance away. It is a roundabout where you've got to physically start moving over to the left to exit. It doesn't spiral outwardly. For most of the entrances that you enter your roundabout from, the lanes don't spiral outwardly. You've got to physically just move over. Does that make sense? Yeah.
This is one where you have to move over.
Yeah, this is one where you're gonna have to move over. Yeah. Predominantly, most of them don't. So just have a look anyway.
Yeah.
You decide for how and who and what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Definitely start slowing it down. Yeah, good. Definitely start slowing it down. That's it. And get yourself ready to get straight away. Good. And then now it's going to help you make a decision whether to go or not. Right, a little bit fast, but it's okay. Slow it down so you got time. Do count. Slow it down. Use that foot brake.
Yeah. 1,
2, 3.
Is that 3?
Yeah. Because your speed was a little bit too fast. You missed the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, in terms of doing it, wasn't too bad. I think it's a little bit overwhelmed with the speed there.
Okay.
Take the next left. Let's try again anyway.
I think I saw the other car coming, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, you're careful. It's okay. And I understood. Back to 1. You thought that's a good opportunity for you to go? Is that what you thought?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, you're right. I think you didn't need to accelerate anymore, though.
Right.
Yeah, I think the acceleration that you did, even if you needed a little bit, I think you gave a lot of it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, just a bit too much. So, I understood the execution that you're trying to do. The plan that you had, just the execution was just a little bit too off, and so it didn't give you the time to really count. Let's go again anyway. Let's have a few goes in the roundabout. It is a roundabout that can potentially come up quite frequently in the pillar tests. Take a left. The double mini roundabouts come up a lot as well. Okay. If you remember them, the married and the single, the married and the divorce. Sorry. The guy that passed on Friday, he actually was ending his test on the double mini roundabout, so he was coming back and take a left. he was quite happy that we practiced that because he did make mistakes, a lot of mistakes on that double mini roundabout in his lessons. Slightly cheeky from you, big gas. If you're gonna go, try not to be too cheeky. As long as you're not affecting them, then you're okay.
Yeah.
Let's go right, fourth exit. Right, fourth exit. Now, if you look at the sign, unfortunately, it only shows you 3 exits. There's actually technically 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember this.
Yeah. So right, fourth exit. Don't rush it. Don't be hasty. Take your time. Okay, hard work's done. That's it. Take your time. Good.
That's 2?
2, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, don't rush it. As you're coming up to 3s, that's the time to start thinking about potentially moving over. So I'll start moving over now.
Yeah.
If you felt like you couldn't go over because of the 4x4, just go around. Just go around. Yeah. But you can see why you've got to move over early. Otherwise, it becomes really difficult to really try to exit.
Yeah.
Now, I really appreciate meeting situations here. Think about where they can pull in for you. I would pause. I would even put. I would just go forward. I'll let them pull into your right hand side.
Okay.
Yeah. So rather than doing any hard work, I mean, you're still being courteous, still being helpful.
Yeah.
There you go. You can just hold your ground and let them do the work. There you go. Yeah. Try to be the nicest guy possible.
Yeah.
The most courteous person, so you don't deem aggressive or that you poorly planned. Yeah. And if you are deciding to pull in somewhere, make sure it's suitable for yourself to go into, as well as that you're pulling in nice and straight, leaving yourself an out where you don't have to reverse out like we did at your back at yours. Yeah. It's not the most ideal to start reversing because there could be someone behind you who pulled in behind you, and life is difficult to reverse. Take a left for me. We'll do a hill start as well.
Okay.
Some of these places we've definitely visited before.
Yep.
So there's a large tree coming up with leaves just at the top. Just pull up past it. You see it? The next large tree on the left. Just pull up just past it on the hill, just before the brow.
Okay.
Anywhere after it. So mirrors, anywhere, signal, and just pull up over here. Pull up before right at the top. Stop right here. There you go. Perfect. All right. Handbrake on neutral. Cancel indicator. And relax your feet for a moment. Right, in good time, safe, pull off, without affecting anybody, and try not to roll back.
Cool.
Yeah, it's okay. Try again. Okay. Not an issue if there's no one around to signal for, but I still would have signaled, okay? Let's try again, next left. Let's try one more.
Yeah.
Try again one more time. Go slowly. And I then will turn left again. Oops. I think you just sort of need to let go of the clutch down once you've sort of changed your gears. It's nice and easy on top of this, so you can't really see it's coming from the bottom of the brow. You can see there's a van now.
Yep.
Okay. Make a decision what you're gonna do.
Well,
yeah. Make a decision. Go slowly. Go slowly. Left, please. Alright, Ben, at the end of the road, let's take a left. And try your best to stop exactly the same spot that you pulled up before. any mirrors and a short signal would be also nice to put in over here. Yeah. Yeah. So slightly forgot that as well. Yeah. Handbrake. Let's get handbrake on neutral. Okay. And let's actually try and get this one right though. Pull off in good time. Okay. Definitely gonna roll back at the moment, man. You're in neutral. Okay, try again. It's right. Handbrake on, handbrake on, handbrake on. Neutral. Cancel indicator. Give yourself a second. Right, let's try again. In good time. Take your time. It's alright. You know what to do.
Yeah, I know.
I know you know what to do. Just give yourself a second.
Yeah.
Go on. Whenever you're ready, turn the car back on and then get yourself going. Yeah. Just take your time. Don't overthink it. Yeah. Don't overthink it. Clutch down all the way. Don't overthink it. You know how to do it. We've done it many times before.
Yeah.
There you go, that's it. Clutch up. Right, handbrake on, go on. Try again, try again. Don't rush the clutch. You had everything right, you just lift the clutch too quickly. Go on. Engine, clutch down, engine on. Gear 1, you got the dog now. It's like, hey Ben, hurry up. It's complaining to you. Right, let go of the foot brake. Put your hand on top. Put your foot on top of the gas. Yeah, a little bit of gas. Signal. Handbrake down. A bit more gas and a bit more bite. Handbrake all the way down. Handbrake all the way down. Hold everything. There you go. That's it. We'll try it later. Okay, we'll have another go later.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know you know how to do it. Straight down. I know you know how to do it. Right, lots of school kids maybe practicing crossing the road. It looks like they are crossing the road. Can you slow it down? So you can see they're being taught, look, how to anticipate crossing the road.
I was ever taught how to cross the road.
Yeah, so that's very good teaching. Turning left at the end of the road.
Okay. There's always a sort of left and right.
Yeah. So they're being taught about when you go behind the car, what's the problems, what you can do to see if there's a car coming, looking through the window of the car. I can see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Which is good, perfect.
Okay.
Slow it down a little bit. It is a fake roundabout. It looks like a roundabout. You want your time to go around the little oval junction without hitting the curb or the cars.
Fake about.
Yeah, fake about. That's it. Fake about. Slow it down. Right, roundabout. I'd like you to go third exit straight on. It's the straight on. It's the third exit.
Okay.
Again, just take your time. Think about what gear you want to approach in. Try not to move as he's still on the roundabout. Yeah, you could accidentally knock him out there. Yeah, I think he was a little bit hasty going out. Yeah, think about what you're doing. Mirrors and signal. Yeah, let him definitely go past. If you look at the video, you're still moving as he's as he's passing you, so it's not safe at all. Yeah, especially if you lost accidental control over your clutch and jolted forward there even further. Very difficult to not hit him, and it would make your examiner nervous. Yeah. I didn't even anticipate you was going to do that until you did it.
Okay.
Alright, let's check out the test center road again. Let's go past it and let's see if we can practice the meeting type of situation that could occur. It is a heavy meeting type of road with lots of heavy meeting spots where there's only space for one car to actually go into the spot in the middle. Take a left.
This one?
No, sorry, the SO, I beg your pardon, and the SO that's coming up. When the BSM just gone in. So take your time, be slower, smoother. Take your time, no rush. Just gentle. Let's do a lot of gentle movement. Be proactive in anticipating when you start braking. So rather than it being so sudden and feeling like it's a jolty slow down or a jolty brake or a jolty stop. Okay, it looked like they're sort of parking very temporarily on a double yellow. You've committed, so that's fine. You just got to stay here. You can see there's barely any spaces where you can pull in. We don't need to rush down. We can anticipate oncoming cars coming, just like this truck and van. I'm sure he's left you space on the left. Again, don't rush it. Really go slowly because it's ambiguous what space there is behind this car or van. There you go. Well done. Lovely jumping. And it's a road that's maximum speed limit of 30, but still you don't want to do those speed limits. The road further up, where the red tarmac starts, it goes to 20 due to more so the fact that there's a school up ahead next to the test centre. And so generally with any speed limit changes, and mirror checks is always something that they would encourage you to do. School coming up, a bit of a brow, can't really see what's coming, so be a bit cautious. You're literally looking at the test centre now. We're not going to go in it because we're not allowed. If you're coming back to the test centre now, the road actually naturally just bends right, so you just go around the right without signalling, but they would expect you to give a left signal to come back in, if that makes sense. So if we was coming back to the test centre, they'll say, okay, I would like you to take a left over here please, back into the test centre. But we're going to go follow the road round.
So you'd signal like this?
You'd signal left now to go straight. Does that make sense? But we're not going there. If you was coming out the opposite way, you would signal right to come back to where we came from. Does that make sense? Alright, cool. So that was just the test centre. This is the test centre road. It's going to change to 30 miles an hour as you come down to this next giveaway. Some of these guys are probably in their tests, so I'm going to be nice and cautious with dealing with how close we get to them. Take a left, please. Get a good angle to help you emerge. And then let's get going. Okay, so at the end of the road, I want you to turn left. Just a tiny bit early with the signal because there's a close with it, but it's fine. It's not really a super like a junction. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't really penalise you on a mock test. Bless you, mate. I think that RSM learner, the one in the black car, I think they're on a test.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that guy learning an automatic?
Yeah. It says automatic at the back. Stanmore, if you follow precise to Stanmore, please. Stanmore. This is the double mini roundabout, married one. And we're coming from the entrance that's not so challenging. It's not so difficult to do.
Right, so right at the second one. Or straight at the second one. So
right and straight at the second roundabout. So right at the first roundabout, second exit, and the first exit at the first roundabout, the second roundabout. So right over here at the first roundabout, and then first exit at the second roundabout, which is the left lane, and then it is a giveaway as like normal. Fairly easy, right? Yeah. The difficult entrance is when you're coming where the British gas is coming from. Especially when you're going straight on and left, that's where people make a lot of mistakes. Continue following signs to Stanmore. Let's do a little bit of independent driving in the local area now. Stanmore, please. As you can maybe tell, there's a lot of, it's all pretty much suburban, so a lot of the times you'll be travelling for a long period of time. You're in gear 3 and potentially doing close to 30 miles an hour. A lot more around here than the central London where we generally practice. So they'll be expecting you to making sure that if it's an open road, it's a clear road, they want you to be in gear 3, making progress close to 30 miles an hour. We'll go into the local Morrisons to start with the bay parking in terms of the manoeuvres. So continue looking out for signs to stand. Good. That's good. Because technically it's a large roundabout, you could argue a short signal would be nice, even though it would have been greatly beneficial because it's such a short distance. So, you know, I'm not fussed, but as when it's a large roundabout, just bear that in mind, Do it knowingly or, you know, otherwise just do it in general. So the next roundabout, Ben, I would like you to go right third exit towards the superstore. It's basically the Morrisons.
This one with the bumps or the thing you have to avoid?
No.
No?
So we're turning right third exit. Right lane and good. Alright, so could have moved over there,
I guess I wasn't sure if this guy was
okay, so just go around to the right, rather than sort of try and move over last minute. Follow the road round to the right, sorry. Slow it down, yeah. So if you're not sure, just go around, It's better to just go around. Slow it down for the pedestrian. He's letting you go.
Okay.
Take a right. Don't rush it, take your time.
But that's the one where you have to be careful to, if you're going left, to stay on the left, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Is that what he's asking?
Yeah.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Yeah, if you're going to go left and straight, so left or straight, left lane, keep left as you go straight. Right, so keep to the right hand side of the lines on the right. Keep as close as you can, as if you hit the tips of the cars, and then just sort of signal left, but stay here, don't go nowhere.
Signal left?
Yeah, signal left and stop right here. Alright, cool. Take your time. Handbrake on, neutral for a minute. Leave the engine on just in case someone's going to be a little bit whatnot with us. I want you to reverse left into one of these bays. I don't know what the Mercedes behind us is doing. Do you want to come forward?
Left is okay.
Alright, we'll let them go. I don't know where they want to park. We'll figure out where they want to park first, right? The other car, the silver Skoda's parked on your right. That one, are they parked? Yeah, they're looking down. They're not really paying attention to anything. All right, okay. Would you like to discuss this maneuver at all in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, like the turning points.
Yeah, so with forward bay parking, it's just usually wing mirror lined up with the first line up with the first line closest to you of the bay that you want to go into. So if we're saying that we want to go into not the one right next to us over my shoulder, not the second one that I'm looking at, the third one, then it's that wing mirror that needs to physically line up with the line closest to you for that bay. You want to be about 2.5 to 3 meters sideways away, which we technically are. You would want to probably adjust your mirrors, both of them, all the way down till it doesn't go down no more. That will allow you to really see the lines when you go deeper into the bay. You want to get to that point of turn, fully lock it left, and just go until you're literally sort of level with, if we assume that 12 o'clock is there and we're facing 3 o'clock, we want to get from 3 o'clock to dead ahead 12 o'clock. Once you're dead ahead 12 o'clock, level with the horizon, straighten up your wheels, see where you are in relation to the size. If it's the case that you can't see the two lines on each side, just reverse back out in a straight line, get an overview, a bird's eye view of your bay, then drive forward into where you feel like you need to drive.
So steer all the way to the left when I'm lined up?
Yeah, fully lock it at your turning point basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so have a few goes doing it.
So just into that one?
Just take your time, all round observations throughout before you move, and as you're moving, as you're turning and so forth.
I guess I've already put my movers down.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's just physically line up to where you feel like is your turning point. And again, just another look round would be good before you commit. Okay. Now just focus on trusting your turn as much as you can until you've got a really significant understanding that it's not going to be centered if I straighten myself up. For now, it doesn't look too bad to me, so I wouldn't bother doing anything until think about 12 o'clock. And as you get to 12 o'clock, just keeping it straight now. As you go, literally get to the bushes. Don't hit the curb, but try to sort of get close to the bushes without sort of itching our nose too much into the bushes. Yeah, okay, cool.
A bit too far to my right.
Yeah, as long as you're in on your right hand side, as long as you're not touching the line, then you're happy to stay where you are. I think that was fairly good. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if the bushes wasn't there, we could probably go in a little bit more. But other than that, I'm quite content with that. If you would like to have another go doing that, that would be fantastic. So if you could sort of reverse out to the left and put yourself into the same position. You know what, actually reverse out to the right, because when doing the right one it's slightly different potentially in terms of where you position yourself as well. So just reverse out to the right, but you want to be on the left. Does that make sense? So when you reverse out, just try to keep to the same side. You see what I mean in a moment. It's a busy car park, so just watch out for everybody. Just carry on as long as it's safe for you to do so. We'll wait for the Just Ask van. What's he doing? He's pulling in. Right. Carry on. Should try to get level with the tips on the line on my left. Can you see it? So start steering left to help yourself get there. Basically, as if you're going to sort of get close to the white 4x4. And be parallel as much as you can. Go back more. Stay a bit more left. And a little bit right now. Right. Bit more right. Bit more. And stop right there. Straighten yourself up. And just so people know where you're going to go, give a right signal. And literally go into the bay that's coming up. So, any of the two bays that you're looking at that's right next to you. Just don't hit the white Mercedes. I'll stay quiet for this one.
Okay. I'm in.
I'll tell you what, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously I'm a bit close to the other side.
Right. Just once you're happy, just straighten up your wheels.
Okay.
All right. I know you're in.
Yeah.
I know you're just in on my side.
Yeah.
I would like you just to correct it, just because I would love for you not to feel like, I think I'm just in, I'm going to make it cool.
Yeah.
Just get yourself more centered. So
Yeah.
rather than leaving it like this, because it could be a case where you're looking at the back mirror,
Yeah.
and the back wheel, and you're saying, all right, cool, you know what, I'm definitely not touching, but there might be some ambiguity whether the front wheel is slightly on it or not, especially if it's slightly crooked.
Sure,
yeah.
That's true.
So just to not put yourself in that predicament, just reverse back in a straight line,
Okay.
get a bird's eye view, and just drive a little bit more right and centered. Just
Well,
center
I think
yourself
going
in.
a little bit too far on the turning point then.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was that. But again, it's just in and around that area.
Yeah.
So take your time before you look round. Take your time before you reverse out, and then literally just keep it straight until you get a nice bird's eye view, and technically maybe as far back as the Mercedes without hitting the Mercedes behind you.
Okay.
Until you feel like, you know what, I've got enough space. I understand. I can see with my bay in front of me as well. So. If you sort of tip your head and have a look, then just drive into that space. Yeah, get your gears as well, yeah? You're in the wrong gear?
Oh. Yeah, it's just the camera.
Okay. And just enough for you to be as centered as possible. That's pretty much it. You might be a little bit crooked, but at the end of the day, you're a bit more centered than you were before. Okay, that's fine. Handbrake on neutral. Thank you very much. Right, what I'd like us to do is maybe some reverse parking now. Yeah, reverse bay parking. So if you could just adjust your mirrors maybe slightly back up to the center. Yeah, that's fine. So with reverse parking, your wing mirrors need to be slightly halfway down rather than all the way down. That might be a bit more helpful to you because you want to see along the car a lot more.
Okay.
So maybe you want to just adjust them slightly up a bit, not all the way back to normal, just about on each side, just slightly up a bit. And this time we want to be 1.5 meters away from our bay that we're going to reverse into, in terms of positioning. Reverse out to the left when you're comfortable and ready.
So what did you say about how far?
We want to be at 1.5 meters away this time. So technically we want to be closer to the side that we're reversing into. So have a good look and just reverse out, and then you can just sort of fully lock it straight away if you want. To the left. The madame who was shopping before, she's done the shopping. She's just picking up she's starting putting stuff in her boots. I don't know if it's okay for you to go or not. Let's have both hands on the steering wheel anyway.
Right, okay.
And then go. You carry on doing what you're doing, that's fine. Just keep on looking out for what she's going to be doing and stuff. She could be reversing out of the bay to go as well. And then just try and get straighten up your wheels now. Good. Right, stop there. Let's reverse into not this bay, just the one after. So reversing left into there.
Okay.
I'm hoping that she just drives forward. She could reverse out.
1.5 meters.
Just 1.5 meters away sideways, which you've got, but it's getting the right reference. Now it's gear stick in line with the third line away. So that's the bay that we're going into, the one just before.
Okay.
That's the bay 2.
Okay.
Bay 1, the first line of bay 1. Does that make sense?
Wait, sorry.
So we're not going in that bay.
Okay.
We're going in the bay before.
Yeah.
We've got to count 2 bays away from the bay that we want.
Right.
If that's the bay that we want, which is the one before, that's bay 2 that's adjacent to it. That's bay 1 adjacent to bay 2.
Yeah.
The furthest line, or the first line of bay 1.
Okay.
Yeah, align with the gear stick. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So keep on going. That's not the bay that we want.
Yeah.
This is the bay that we want, but this is the line of the bay that we want. So it's going to be the furthest line away.
Yeah.
And it's this approximately when this gear stick is in line with that line, as accurately as you can.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you've just got to reverse, put yourself in reverse gear.
Yeah.
Now bear in mind that sometimes when you put yourself in gear 1, it's going to slightly look different, and when you're in reverse, it looks going to slightly different in relation to that line. So it's going to be approximately parallel to this line, but bear that in mind. Does that make sense? Because when you're in gear 1, it looks a little bit different. When you're in reverse gear, it looks a bit different. So bear that in mind when you do line yourself up.
I see.
Yeah. Have a good look round, and then just commit to going, and then just have a look at your side door mirrors as well as all round, but mainly sort of side door mirrors now, as they're going to generally give you an understanding whether you should make any potential corrections or whether you just carry on committing, because it doesn't look too bad. Slow it down a little bit. Watch out for get the amber. Stop on the amber, as we've got lots of things happening behind us. We can't tell if it's the leaves. Stop right there. Yeah, it's fine. Handbrake on neutral. Yeah, it's just the leaves, but generally try not to get on the red. Yeah. Okay. Because it might not be leaves. It might be a railing behind you, and you don't want to accidentally hit it. Okay. Other than that, that's very good. Are you happy on the right hand side? You can see that on each side that you're pretty much in. Do the same thing, but let's go right in. So what I like you to do is sort of pull out this way and reverse right in the same bay. You with me so far? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, same bay if you can, please. That would be nice. I'll let you do this on your own.
Is the one 2 away from the
it's 2 away from the gold, bronzy, silvery. It's not in gear properly. It's making that noise. Okay, she's moving. We could just let her go. We could just let her go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, anyone in your 2 meter bubble, anybody, just better off stopping. Get the amber this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. Perfect. Well done.
Okay.
Lovely. Neutral. Adjust your left door mirror back to normal, your right door mirror back to normal. Let's go check out some of those other roundabouts. Okay, whenever you're ready, let's come out to the left. Handbrake still on there, Ben. So next session we'll do a couple of mock tests. Does that sound okay to you?
That's good.
Cool. Take the next right from you, just over here.
Okay.
We'll take a left at the end of the road. Speed limit around here is generally 5 miles an hour. Coming up to the roundabout, we're going to go right, third exit. follow your road round to the left to begin with to get to the roundabout. So go a little bit. That's it. It's nice and slow. And right, third exit. Get that signal back in for me. And it's going to be one of those roundabouts you're going to have to move over. Yeah. Yep. Especially from that entrance, yeah?
Yeah.
I think your
seatbelt.
Okay.
I'm used to Peru where there's no seatbelt.
Let's see if we can put it back on now. When did you put it off? When you took off your jumper? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, it's okay to have your seatbelt off for reverse manoeuvres, so it's actually fine for reverse manoeuvres. Hammer it down. Whoop. You still take it. Don't rush it. You're on. Don't rush it. You're on. Yeah, it's okay to have no seatbelt for reverse manoeuvres, but definitely when you're driving forward, 100% seatbelt on. I'm surprised the car managed to drive that far.
Yeah, without
it beeping. So that's surprising. Right. Okay, so roundabout. Stand more, please.
Okay. Straight.
Yep. You've already got good momentum. If anything, you want to be sort of slowing it down with the foot brake first before you start changing gears.
Okay.
That'll help you get that down transition. That's fine. Better just be definitive.
Yeah.
But laying out the 2 lanes. Careful. But laying out the 2 lanes. You should have been in the left lane. Yeah.
Oh.
So you actually moved from the left lane to the right side, which is technically potential failing test, yeah, especially if there's people around in and around you, yeah. So if you look back at the video, you see what you did, yeah. You was on the left side of that entrance and went straight into the right lane.
Okay. We're
gonna go right third exit at the next roundabout anyway.
Okay.
So right third exit, yeah.
Okay. So wait, should go through that?
Exactly. Yeah. And again, I want you to distinguish whether this as you approach this roundabout, whether you've got to change lanes to exit or whether it spirals outwardly. See if you can decipher that as you come up to the second exit. So if this is exit 1, and we want the third exit. Exit 2. Well done. So it does look like you have to physically move over. It doesn't look like it's spiraling outwardly to your exit.
Display is absolutely terrible
in the Peru. Yeah, I can imagine.
All over the place.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Bangladesh is like that as well. Probably India in most parts of this country. Alright, same again with this roundabout, please. I would like you to go roundabout right third exit. The key is to sort of, once you're on it, don't be too fast. Sort of keep it nice and steady. Yeah, right third exit. So once you entered at a good time, just don't need to accelerate too hard.
Yeah.
It'll help you to make decisions on. And it's a tight roundabout, this one, compared to the others. Mirrors, move over. As soon as you pass that second one, don't delay that signal.
Okay.
It's going to help you. It's going to help inform others that look, I got to do 2 things. I got to exit and potentially move over. And we want them to interpret both.
I see. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Bit of an aggressive van driver there. Taking a left at the end of the road, please, then. There's going to be a nice infamous width restriction that people have issues with. I'll take you back down to it. Did you come across that in your test?
Yeah. Oh no, not in the test.
Okay.
No.
So we'll check that one out. We'll also go down Cow Road, and we'll definitely do the double mini roundabout married one. Up now. Definitely, if you feel like you want to stop for a moment, it's absolutely fine to do so.
Okay.
Don't hold it for too long though. Can you see you've mounted it already?
On the left?
Yeah, you've mounted it already because you've held that steering wheel for too long.
Okay.
To the left, yeah. So that'll be a failing test straight away, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you mounted the curve, isn't it? Yeah. So definitely, what you did wrong was that you held it for too long, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you want to move over, but just sort of keep it back in sort of centered, yeah. So once you sort of avoided hitting the bollard on the right, back over straight away to the right, and just sort of wiggle a little bit. Very crazy. Wiggle, but don't excessively wiggle.
Yeah.
Just sort of keep it straight as much as you can. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just held it for too long. That's unfortunate. We'll try and practice that again.
Yeah.
For sure. We need to practice.
Does it help putting the mirrors down for that? Or?
Nah, I mean, you could do, but then it's something that's not really common to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not really that common to do so. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if you had a Lamborghini, you'd go even slower, and you might even take the effort of adjusting the mirrors down to make sure your Lamborghini doesn't touch nothing. Yeah. But it's, the reason why I'm not promoting that is like you might take a little bit too much time doing that, and it might encourage people to start beeping you. Then you could get flustered, and the list is endless. Traffic light's turning right. But yeah, I mean, take your time and take as much time as you feel like you need to. Be careful of any oncoming cars. You've already committed to your turning point. There's no oncoming cars. Good. And naturally you would go into the left, but there's reasons to not be in the left now. Signal would be nice if you're going to move over. Anytime it's changing lanes, generally don't feel reluctant to, signal, yeah? Let's go whenever you're ready. Pick up speed to 30. It does change to 40 further up. As soon as you see the no more parked cars, you gotta go over. Make sure you go over. Say that again?
You're not supposed to do an emergency stop for animals.
You're not meant to do emergency stop for animals.
Is that right?
I don't even know. Did you read that somewhere?
Someone told me.
As in what scenario is the case that animals?
Yeah, I guess if there's one like blocking the road or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
it seems kind of odd. You wouldn't do that.
I don't know. Honestly, I've never heard that. It's not a signal if you're gonna move over.
Okay.
I know you checked your mirrors, but no, definitively go over.
Okay.
Stay here. Now definitively go back rather than sort of being in between two.
Yeah.
Just make it clean and sort of formal. Rickmansworth. Have a look out for signs of Rickmansworth. There might be another car coming out.
Okay.
There is another car coming out.
Yeah.
And again, the tip is if you can see now on the one side of the board it's showing that there's no Rickmansworth, so it must be on the left hand side of the board showing you to go left. Does that make sense?
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's another tip that you can sort of bear in mind.
Yeah.
If one side of the board is covered, the side that I can see showing to the right is all those destinations apart from Rickmansworth. It's gonna go be progressive because that car behind you is good speed behind at the moment. Alright, so let's do the double mini roundabout, married from the infamous entrance to the infamous exit, if that all makes sense. I'm going to go straight on at the first roundabout and left at the second. Would you like an opportunity to do it without me telling you to do anything?
Straight on the first, left on the second.
Straight on the first roundabout?
Yeah.
And then left at the second roundabout?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just try to remember what's important about how to do it.
Okay.
Try your best not to rush it and just observe as much as you can. You always get to look back at the video as well. Now, if we was forward planning a little bit more here, we could see that there's a nice obstruction coming up, as well as we can see that here saying there's no right turns at the traffic lights. So we was already at the front of the scenario in terms of there was no cars in front of us, so we could have kept to the right to avoid the truck in front.
Okay.
And plus there was no one in front of us that was going to be able to turn right, and no one would have been blocking us up turning right. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it would have been nice for us to be where the Volvo is on adjacent to us now, the one that's creeping out on the right.
Yeah.
Just to sort of forward plan.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You now need to move over safely once you pass the traffic lights. I think we've done something similar before, or been in a similar situation before. Your roundabout is coming up in the next couple hundred yards, or the double mini roundabouts, I should say. Yeah, straight away signal because
because you can't turn right anyway.
Yeah. And it's just going to help them understand what you want to do. Don't rush it, take your time, slow it down a bit. That's it, perfect. That's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll just left lane, right? That's
exactly. That's the key. That's the key. That's the key.
I remember.
Honestly, it's like I think we took some time for us to get it again as well, but we got it. But that's the key. Please, the guy that passed on Friday, he was coming back to test center, and that was Ruben was coming back. Okay.
Right. Okay.
And because we went through it a couple times, he eventually got it as well. I was like, yeah, you know what? That came up in my test. at the end. So well done anyway. Let's do the other mini roundabout, the double mini roundabout at the other end. So this is Forest Road. It's 20 at the moment. It will go up to it's 20 at the moment. It will go up to 30. But on the bends, there's a double on the double bends. The speed limit is 20. Watch out for this guy. He's cool. He's chilling.
So it's usually at the end, right, when they want to get back to test.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the route that I initially started on, but yeah, right. if you're coming back towards the end of your test, and you're happy to come to the roundabout, then it's going to be at the end. At the beginning of your test, it's potentially most likely going to be the Stanmore. You know, when we went right and then straight. We actually did the entrance. We actually did the roundabout from a different entrance, the easy one. Mm-hmm. That's an easy one. But it depends, honestly, it depends on the route you can come back to. Yeah. It's a very common one at the end of the day, at the end of the route, at the end of the test. Right slip is going to be your direction when you get to double mini roundabout. Have a good look, tell me what you're going to do. Excuse me. Maximum speed limit of 20 on some of these bends. The divorce double mini is coming up. Sign?
No.
Alright, yeah, explain. Trying to accelerate to roundabouts in that sort of speed anyway. Okay. It was technically straight on and then right, yeah, or straight on and straight. It's showing that it's so go over to the right lane. Yeah. So technically straight on at the first roundabout, which we just did, and then now technically right at the next roundabout. You could also argue that this could be potentially straight on. Okay. And that was the sign to right slip. You see it again in the video if you look back. A lot of times you're missing out on the signs. Yeah. I don't know whether you're slightly forgetting to look out for the signs or where you're not just not paying attention.
I think you're just not paying attention. Okay,
just try your best to pay attention, because a couple of times now today you've already missed some of your signs. I was a bit worried coming down here because there was a road sign saying road closed, but it wasn't closed. Yeah, I think it was closed the other day and they haven't removed the sign. You'll see it back in the video anyway when you look back. Alright, let's potentially do some other manoeuvres soon. As well as we're coming up to the place where I believe you failed. I'll take you to it in a moment. Give the old man some time. Here is your hatch marker you can use. Perfect. Well done. you could also signal, because they've got a signal on, isn't it? That signal's there to either say, look, I'm going to turn right, or I'm going to do a 3-point turn, or something like that. It would be very silly of them to try to attempt it as we're behind them.
Right.
But you never know. Some drivers are very, very, very aggressive. Yeah. You never know what to anticipate from them. Coming up to Busy Mini Blue, I call this roundabout Busy Mini Blue. Any entrance that you approach this roundabout, there's always sort of lots of blue signs. Turning left, as you can see, with restriction, and 2 mini roundabout signs.
So just straight or?
Left.
Oh, left.
Yeah. So it's a busy roundabout. I've had students unfortunately fail on this roundabout because they haven't chosen a good time to enter the roundabout. Looks fairly okay at the moment. Coming up to Fake About. At the top is the Fake About, the big Fake About roundabout. It's not really a roundabout.
Yep.
Ricelet Manor is coming up further up. There is a cheeky bagger. That's what you don't want to be doing.
Yeah.
You and other people shouldn't be doing. So you shouldn't be doing that. The junction, the traffic light junction that's coming up, is also quite infamous for students not choosing when to go if they've stopped at the turning point, and how to stop at the turning point. More often, everybody's doing an offside turn, and that's the most suitable thing to do at this junction when turning right. Okay. So
offside is like this.
Offside is going behind each other.
Yeah.
Traffic lights turn right. Also, you're only going to get to your turning point if there's time and space. Watch out for Mr. Red. You're only going to get to your turning point if there's time and space for you to get to your turning point. I'm just going to sit back right now. I'm going to stay quiet and see what you do.
Usually it's not like that. Right?
Well, yeah, so not exactly. That's the near side turn.
Right.
They've made it a near side. Whoever dictated it a near side, the other guy's got to follow.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't crawl out anymore. You're on the actual cycle area, so ideally you're not in the best of spots. At least you're not on the crossing, but you can get penalised for being where you are at the moment. Yeah. So ideally you should literally be where the guy behind you is. Yeah. Now, having said an offside or near side, you also still got to follow what the other car does, okay? Yeah. More often people do an offside turn here. It is possible to do a near side, but it can be difficult for you to turn if you do a near side. Anyway, you're the next runner up.
Yeah.
There doesn't appear to be another vehicle opposite you that is going to be doing any other turn with you.
Okay.
You do need to be appreciating the vehicles on the left lane of the opposite side. Can you see it?
No. What do you mean?
They're not parked cars, by the way.
Yeah.
They're all going to be moving.
I just need to give them time to.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I've had students who just pulled out and failed.
I still get to my turning point.
Yeah, exactly. So get to your turning point and just make an offside turn, if anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So make it an offside turn is going further down, and signalling right there.
He knows with the centre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or slightly protruding. And you can take the opportunity. Someone's struggling to pull off there. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bear that in mind. Obviously, there was no one there just challenging us from the other side. Take the next right. The right turn that you had a mistake is coming up now. Take it right. Over here.
Oh.
Yeah, you missed it.
Oh, right.
Try to go. Take your time. Don't rush it. Take your time. No, just wait. Just
wait for this car?
Well, wait for the van to go so you got time to turn in. Don't
Okay.
turn. Just take your time. I mean, you might live down this road, isn't it? Yeah. So, look, she's being cheeky. Careful.
Just wait for this one.
Yeah, take your time. Because look, just think about it. You might live on this road. The further forward you go, you're going to end up overshooting where you would want to turn. Was it this road that they said you had a mistake on? Do you remember?
Yeah.
The quick fit on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, it's a one-way road. I'm going to turn right at the end of the road, and then I'm assuming you was on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Yep. And you didn't move into the right. Yeah. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Turning right. So this is a one-way road. So I'm assuming you just must have moved over here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So stupid.
That's fine. It's understandable. Okay. And then the examiner said turn left at the end of this road or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's take a left at the end of the road anyway. We want to do some manoeuvres in a moment. Fake about again. You don't get that in Peru?
No. I mean, the pedestrian crossings don't mean anything in Peru.
Yeah.
Literally, they're just there for fun. I don't know why they're there. I think they're like just informal crossing.
Yeah. But the pedestrians got to just find a safe time to go.
It's up to you to avoid the cars, basically.
Yeah. Second exit straight on. Straight on. Keyword straight on.
Sure.
Slow it down a bit more so you got more time. Busy Mini Blue. So we'll start with the emergency stop. We'll have a couple of guys doing that. Take the next right where that car just turned. Yeah, definitely could have gone. I think you still can go. Maybe should have gone back to one.
Okay.
That's why I slightly struggled to pull off there. It's fine though. Stop!
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
It's okay. Handbrake on, neutral.
I forgot we were doing the emergency stop.
Alright, that's fine. Don't forget to look around in general once you stop as well.
Okay.
Let's have it at least a good 2 goes. Come on.
Yeah.
Definitely killed Timmy, the boy that ran out, yeah? We ran him over, unfortunately. Yeah. Don't forget what we're doing. Okay, let's go. Let's find another good opportunity.
Yep.
Stop!
That was too aggressive.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive. And then look round. Alright, yeah, just a bit too harsh there. Yeah. Just one more and then we'll leave it there. I know you can do it because we've done it many times. Just a bit slightly harsh at the end.
So just like don't put your feet down as fast, basically.
I mean, be quick and progressive. Just the firmest right at the end. I think you went just a little bit too harsh right at the end, and that's where it locked up the tires. That's where. Otherwise, initially everything was very good, in the very beginning. Just right at the end, I think you went really harsh with the pressure that you put in at the end towards the pedal, towards the end of where the pedal's going down to. That's where it locked it up a little bit, and the skidding then took place. The road surface is not so helpful as well to this topic, so there's a good chance that you can skid in general. Anyway, just anticipate. Stop! Big difference, yeah? Yeah. Big difference. Take your time, and good time. Whenever you're ready, we'll move on. I'll let them go. Okay. Good. Whenever you're ready, let's go. Big difference, yeah? Yeah. Same road surface, same place, same sort of scenario. Okay, good. Anyway, pull up anywhere on the opposite side of the road. Nose to nose with the white van coming up on the right. Okay. Keep a reasonable distance between yourself and the curb as you pull in. Don't hit it, nothing. And you're going to reverse back 2 car lengths, keeping a reasonable distance to join back traffic in good time.
like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Just reverse back now 2 car lengths. This is a manoeuvre.
Okay.
And make sure observations there throughout your journey, and then pull off in good time. You're trying to join back at your side of the road.
Is it worth putting the mirrors down?
You could have put the right door mirror down,
Yeah.
and just remember to readjust it back to normal before you pull back off. Stop for a moment. It's good to stop for anyone that's in your 2-meter bubble, like a van, a vehicle, pedestrian. Appreciate your camber might be affecting you in terms of where you're positioning. The van's doing something.
Right.
So it's doing a 3.10.
Yeah.
Once they go, just a couple of car lengths, and then we'll sort of.
Probably there-ish.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just don't forget to readjust that mirror then on the right. Yeah. Good. Back on that gas. Let's do the same again with the Mini that's coming up on the right. Okay. So on the right, anyone on the right now?
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah, the Mini. Can you see the Mini?
Yeah.
What I'll say to you is, if you feel like it's going to be very difficult to move over, or you've like sort of planned it late or recognized it late, don't. Just go. They'll find another spot for you,
okay. Yeah?
Rather than sort of suddenly stopping and you know, making it all sudden and stuff. And, ideally, just want to be generally fluid in. I mean, you could live down here, and it could be a case that there's a car behind you. That's fine. You're gonna have to stop the car behind you because you live here. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, good time.
Quite far from me, so
yeah, that's fine. That's about 2 car lengths anyway. Yeah. Good. And just bear in mind when you're closer to a junction that you can anticipate cars coming in.
Oh, I see.
That might not be necessarily there as yet.
Yeah.
Roundabout, I'd like you to go left first exit. So we're going to be also doing those roundabouts, the other roundabouts from different entrances, especially the married and the divorced, just so you can be comfortable, acquainted from different angles that you could potentially come down towards. The other roundabout that I would like you to do again as well is that four exit roundabout, where we slightly made a mistake in terms of approaching it too fast and sort of not slightly miscounting.
Right.
So we'll do that as well. Okay, at the roundabout I like to go right third exit towards Ruislip.
The Mini?
Yep. feeling fairly comfortable with the area?
Yeah.
Yeah? How nervous did you feel on test day? Fairly nervous?
Yeah, quite nervous.
Yeah.
I always do with tests.
Okay, left at the roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice if you can be able to get a grip on the nerves, and it will help you so much deal with the actual. It's good to join the traffic actually in that situation.
Okay.
Yeah, you could join him.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you're not affecting no car on your right side,
Yeah.
and you're not blocking the keep clear, then you're okay to join sort of traffic on the roundabout.
Yeah.
Madame, just make sure you check it out for Domino's if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Just continue going straight on. I'll show you another potential area that we might have not gone down before. Be careful because this car might suddenly stop. Yeah, so I would have waited a little bit longer because the guy on the left was looking a bit aggressive. The Mercedes was looking a bit hasty, sort of. He wanted to pull out.
Yeah.
Then the truck in front of you that was turning right, his exit was really blocked up, so he was gonna sort of pause or slow down. So you sort of anticipate that, be proactive in sort of looking out for stuff like that. Set of traffic lights, I would like you to turn right, please. Stay committed. Watch out for the people. Coming up to a roundabout, I would like you to go right, third exit at the roundabout. Tight one-way road here as well, so bear that in mind, especially if there's some parked vehicles. Otherwise it's a one-way road, so fairly okay. as tight as I remember it. Anyway, at the end of the road, turning right. Have a look where the end of the road is. This is where everyone gets really messed up if they don't really pay attention.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost did that. As well.
Yeah. So bear this in mind, okay? It is a route. It is a route.
Okay.
I haven't brought it down there before.
Yeah. Bloody wonder.
Okay, well done. Good. Keep on going. Petrol's not too bad. We won't be stopping soonish to fuel up.
Examiners probably don't enjoy you see you fail either, right?
Nah, they don't. But they get so used to it.
Yeah.
It just there's no feelings to it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
You know, slow it down. Just watch out for this guy. Just give him time to do what if he feels like he's doing. It looks like he's doing a 3-point turn, to be honest with you. Yeah. Whereas obviously we're more invested in this.
Yeah.
So
right.
therefore there's more attachment of some sort of emotion. Yeah, pulling up. Yeah.
Okay.
Just try. Be clear. Just be clear with your actions. Yeah, be clear. At the end of the road, turn right. Go slowly.
Yeah.
The roundabout, turn right for me. Right up High Street. This particular roundabout you're on, it is quite busy during the daytime. It's ended, so take it when it's not ending.
What is ended?
As in the shield, you had a nice shield,
Right.
But look out for those shields.
Yeah. Just a minute.
Yeah. East Coast, follow signs to East Coast for me now. East Coast. Yeah, definitely give that signal after you pass those two cars that are doing something, yeah? That one-way road that we went down, and the way you went, that's coming up on the left. We're not going to go down it again. Just appreciate your bus.
Yeah.
If you're not sure, it's always good to pause rather than being hopeful that you're not going to hit. Alright, now...
this is the one we're on?
Sorry?
This
Yeah, it's just coming up.
Oh,
it's coming
should
up.
be a sign, right?
Yeah, well, you see quick fit. So technically it will be the next left coming up now for that road.
Yeah.
If you happen to come down it again, follow signs to Eastcote for me for now.
Straight.
Yeah, but the left lane though, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can give a short signal just to move into the left lane.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. We will come back to this junction. We've done it before, Ricelet Manor. It's an offside turn.
Yeah.
We've actually did it from this direction just not long ago. We will do a right turn, but for now just follow signs to Eastcote for me. There's a few other roundabouts I still like you to show you and see. Okay, your directions are as follows. Traffic lights left, roundabout left, following signs to northward. So it's traffic lights left, roundabout left, then northward.
Okay.
After this next attempt at these roundabouts, I'm going to stop the video, otherwise it's going to be too of a long video to watch and to upload. But pretty much where we went today will be the bulk of the difficult places that you could travel down. They're not sure. Give them time. Give them time. Yeah. It's a foreign plate. It's probably from France.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. brake lights, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to stop at the bus stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yes, because we're in traffic. Yes, because of the temporary traffic light. No, if we're stopping to pick up and drop off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Try to throw you a dodgy one. Answer the question there. See what you ask. Well done. Yes, we can. We can't help the situation.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing before you try to attempt to do it.
Right and then left.
Yeah. That's pretty much good. That's it. Hold on. I'm going to stop the video now because